Greetings and welcome to Your Positive Lens, where we hope to adjust your focus so you see that members of your local law enforcement community are not much different than you and me. I'm your host, Scott T., and this is episode 9, Stranded Heart Transplant Patient. Today's episode is going to feature some truly amazing positive law enforcement news stories, as well as some highlights of the great works law enforcement is doing to assist underserved families during the Christmas season. Let's get started with the stories. Recently, in Catawba County, North Carolina, a staff member of a St. Stephen's Elementary School went into cardiac arrest. Now, typically, this will cause folks to panic or even freeze, but not the case with School Resource Officer Deputy Daniel Kirby. Deputy Kirby immediately went into life-saving mode, working with the St. Stephen's team to locate the AED machine and assist in the administration of CPR. His ability to respond quickly, identify and coordinate the needs with the staff while remaining calm under pressure led to the revival of the staff member, who, after obtaining additional medical treatment, was able to return home for their recovery. These actions earned Deputy Daniel Kirby the Catawba County Sheriff's Office November 2024 Employee of the Month. Congratulations, Deputy Kirby, on being named Employee of the Month. Thank you for your life-saving response and your service to the citizens of Catawba County and St. Stephen's Elementary School. After learning of this story, I decided to do a little research on workplace cardiac arrest. According to a report from the U.S. Occupational Safety and Health Administration, there are about 10,000 workplace cardiac arrests each year in the United States alone. That's an average of over 27 events per day. But more alarming is that only 50% of the people can even locate where the AED machine is at their workplace. Think about that. An average of over 27 events a day, and only 50% know where to locate the AED machine. Depending which staff is on location in a given day, you or someone you know may not be able to get the assistance you need just because people do not know the location of the machine. Now, I am not going to profess to be a medical professional, but if you are unfamiliar with the AED machine, AED is an acronym for Automated External Defibrillator. It is essentially a portable device that can be used to treat a person whose heart has suddenly stopped working. If your office has not had a training on one of these machines, I highly encourage it. If you do not know where the machine is located in your office, I would make it a point to not only learn the exact location the next time you are in the office, but to also ensure everybody else knows where it is located. You do not want to be among the 50% who do not know, especially if someone has experienced cardiac arrest. Once again, thank you, Deputy Kirby and the St. Stephen's Elementary School team for a tremendous life-saving procedure. Have you ever heard of the Metropolitan Police Service? They were founded by Sir Robert Peel in 1829 and have the current headquarters at New Scotland Yard. Originally, when starting out, they had about 1,000 officers, but today they employ over 32,000 officers together with specialist support staff, making them one of the largest employers in all of London. They are really a fascinating organization, and I would recommend you learn about their history. But, moving on from their history to the present day, officers of the Met recently learned of a nonverbal autistic boy named Julio, who was celebrating his 11th birthday. Julio's mom had informed the officers of the Met that her son was a huge fan of police officers and police cars. So what could the Metropolitan Police Service do to make this a memorable birthday for Julio? How about giving him a chance to be a police officer for the day. They did not just give him a title. Julio even got to sit in the police car and play with the lights and sirens and try out some of their kit. The smile these officers brought to the face of Julio was a gift, and I am certain that while the impact this experience brought to Julio will last him a lifetime, so too will the memories for these officers. Thank you, Metropolitan Police Service, for taking the time to make Julio's birthday unforgettable. This type of community involvement helps establish trust between law enforcement and the citizens of the community. Again, thank you. This next story is literally a heart-saving story, as reported by Jeff Naber of Syracuse.com. A 64-year-old woman with a battery-powered heart pump was traveling with her husband to the Cleveland Clinic from the Rochester area for a heart transplant when they ended up stuck on State Route 5 as snow and road conditions took a turn for the worst. That's when the woman's husband made contact with a nurse at the Cleveland Clinic, who in turn contacted the New York State Police, and they utilized their utility task vehicle to locate the couple. The New York State Police not only located the couple, but also coordinated their eventual transportation to the Jamestown Airport, where they were flown by plane to the Cleveland Clinic, so this 64-year-old woman could receive her heart transplant. This is truly an amazing story and illustrates the importance of collaboration and effective communication across multiple channels. The dedication and coordination of all departments and medical professionals, despite the severe and unfavorable weather conditions, saved this woman's life. But don't just take our word for it. A recent Facebook post of tribute to her family reads, "Words could never express the extreme gratitude my family and I have for you. That's my mom you saved. God bless each and every one of the officers involved in helping her get to safety and get her to her hopefully new heart." Thank you to the New York State Police, members of the Jamestown Airport, the nurse and staff at the Cleveland Clinic, and all others involved in making this rescue and transportation to the hospital possible. Our prayers go out to the family in hopes of a successful heart transplant and recovery. Now, I'd like to transition from these amazing stories to an amazing program. Similar to the week leading up to Thanksgiving, where law enforcement departments around the country donated thousands of turkeys and hams to those less fortunate, law enforcement has another program for children that warms the heart every time you see an update. The program is called Shop with a Cop, and it was started in 2004 by now retired police officer Louis Klepler of the East Dundee Police Department in East Dundee, Illinois. And while he raised some money, he also donated his own money to take 15 kids out to breakfast and then on a shopping trip. This program still exists today and has taken off around the country. The original mission of Shop with a Cop was to establish a positive relationship between police officers and the children of the Dundee Township community. Shop with a Cop's purpose is to provide the children of these communities during the holiday season an opportunity to go holiday shopping and to provide assistance throughout the year for children who are victims of fire or of other extraordinary circumstances. You see, this program was designed and continues to benefit underprivileged children and to allow them to have a positive interaction with a police officer, with the goal to give children a happier holiday experience while interacting with a police officer in a positive setting to show that the police are truly there to help. There are schools, churches, and social services organizations around the country that help identify the participating children. So while the birthplace of Shop with a Cop may be East Dundee, Illinois, departments around the country participate in similar Shop with a Cop programs in their respective communities, all with the same general mission. You will find police officers that spend time with children at breakfast before going shopping with them at local stores, where the children are giving a gift certificate to purchase any items they want in the store. The police officer acts as a chaperone and companion to the children throughout the day as they shop for these items. Many individuals and companies around the country donate the financial resources for these activities, which vastly expands their reach. Some additional goals of the program include promoting positive relationships between police and children, fostering partnerships between the police and the communities they serve, and helping children do better in school. Recently, the Fargo Police Department participated in Skate with the Cop, an event to bring holiday fun and joy to the community they serve as part of their annual Police Navidad. They also participated in a Shop with a Cop program that combined the Fargo Police Department, West Fargo Police Department, and Cass County Sheriff's Office in Fargo, North Dakota, to give area children a memorable holiday shopping experience. There have been many other departments throughout the country, like the Tiger Police Department in Oregon or the James City Police Department in Virginia, with similar programs. Beyond this, there was the San Diego County Sheriff's Office in California, combined with the Vista Fire Department, passing out over 700 toys to local families, and the Wisconsin Department of Corrections passing out over 500 wrapped children's books to the Green Bay area public schools. No exaggeration, there are hundreds of law enforcement departments giving back to the communities across the U.S., so struggling families and children can celebrate Christmas with just a little more joy than they had before. These gestures are not about checking a box, but about helping the citizens of the communities they serve. We are very appreciative of the generous contributions, both financially and with time, that are afforded to these citizens around the country, and the additional joy these families are experiencing because of your commitment to them. Let's not forget that members of the law enforcement community make many sacrifices, especially around the holidays, and they too just want to be able to spend time on Christmas with their families, just like you and me. So thank you to all members of the law enforcement community for bringing additional joy to these families' homes. Congratulations and thank you again to School Resource Officer Deputy Daniel Kirby of the Catawba County Sheriff's Office for assisting in administration of life-saving CPR and being recognized as Employee of the Month. Thank you to the Metropolitan Police Service for making Julio the happiest 11-year-old on the planet, even if only for one day. Last, but certainly not least, thank you to the New York State Police and all individuals involved in the efforts to help locate the stranded heart transplant patient and secure her travel to the Cleveland Clinic. Each of you have demonstrated a tremendous passion to serving the citizens of your communities, and we could not be more thankful. We want to wish all of our listeners and the entire law enforcement community a wonderful and Merry Christmas. Wherever your travels shall take you, go safely, have fun, be blessed, and spread Christmas joy. Head to the comments section now and let us know what you think. You can comment on Spotify, LinkedIn, Facebook, or any other platforms, while continuing to share and follow our LinkedIn and Facebook pages. Remember, you can always find places that will share negative law enforcement news stories, but here at Your Positive Lens, you will only find your positive law enforcement news stories. Once again, I'm your host, Scott T. Thanks for listening, and we'll capture you on the next Your Positive Lens.